Welcome back to another opportunity to learn, grow, and continue to uncover that peace that's already within us and that power that is already within us that wants to be expressed so that we can live that fulfilling, loving, clear, creative life that we have within our mind and within our heart that just is right in front of us to be created. I often speak about the core self, this place within us of peace and power, and how we can live from it. And the reason that I talk about it so frequently is because when we live from this part of ourselves is truly when we're powerful. And when we are in this power, we are magnetic, attracting life that we want, attracting the people that we want, attracting the opportunities and things that we want, because often when we're in this state, we're in a high vibration of that fulfillment and of that joy, which is extremely, extremely attractive to other people. People want to feel joy. They don't want to feel down. They don't want to feel low. They want to feel that joy. So you living in that state, you're really attractive. And so when people start to come your way because of that, opportunities come your way. When opportunities start to come your way, things start to come your way. And this is a really magnetic state to be in because it attracts those things within our lives. So it's really important to keep in that state, to come to life from that core, authentic state within us of that peace and power. However, it can be tricky sometimes because every single day we're going out to work, to meet people, to dinners, to events, and we're coming up against new experiences, new challenges, new things at work, new relationships. And as we start to come up against all these things of life, we can really start to hold on to challenges that we're working through, maybe negative emotions that come up. And as we hold on to these things, it starts to cloud that authentic self from really being able to be expressed. It's really starting to cloud that magnet from really start being able to attract the way that it really can, the power that it really has. And so it's important to have these tools in our toolbox, these practices within our toolbox that we can exercise, that we can use to process, to digest these things so that instead of holding on to them, we can let them go. And as a result, feel lighter. As a result, we are clearer. And as a result, that authentic self can really be expressed. Because what happens here is as we go through life and we're experiencing these different challenges or whatever they are that we're holding on to, they're like little leeches all over us, getting stuck to us and kind of draining us of our energy because it takes a lot of mental energy and that emotion that we feel in our body, the energy to process and hold that, takes a lot of our energy away and it brings our vibration down. And that is going to cloud our ability to go through life clearly, to work through challenges clearly, and it makes us feel heavier and much weaker. So processing, digesting these experiences allows us to pull these leeches off and really digest them, move through these emotions, move through these challenges, and have that clarity come up. That's why as people heal through anxiety, people heal through depression, they start to feel so much clearer because they're letting go of so much baggage that is draining their energy, right? Often when I was anxious, I was extremely tired because I was holding on to the things that were causing me anxiety so much and running them in loops in my head that they were draining me of my vital life energy, my ability to really show up in life the way that I wanted to. And so I have a few tools that I exercise, that I use now to process the things that I come about on a daily basis. The challenges, the conversations, the relationships, the work, whatever it might be that we come across. Because life is going to throw shit at us on a regular basis. And so we are just building our resilience and how we show up and building our ability to be in life from this powerful place, from this peaceful place. So there are 4 ways that I have recognized in my life to process the emotions that we feel, the energy in motion, and the thoughts that we have within our mind, within our heart, within our spirit, so that we can digest and let go of these things. These 4 things are verbal processing, written processing, physical processing, and lastly is mental processing. I'm going to break these down and how I show up to them and the different tools that are involved in each. The first one for me, I love to talk, as you can probably imagine, because I'm just sitting here talking to a camera right now. Verbal processing is simply the act of speaking out the energy that wants to be in motion, the things that we are holding within our body, within our mind, and being able to express them verbally. This can be done on a walk by yourself, just verbally speaking that energy out to yourself, speaking those challenges out to yourself. And as we speak them out, it's getting that energy out of our body and also allowing us to hear it back. So involving different senses so that we can get reflection on the challenges that we are processing, so that when we are thinking through them and we are talking through them, we can see different gaps in our thinking, different holes in the experience that we had, and it allows us to express it and work through it so that the thought is had. We acknowledge the different value in it, we acknowledge the different challenges in it, and now we can let go of it. It's working through it. The second part of verbal processing is verbally expressing these thoughts and these emotions with somebody that we feel safe and loved with. And when we can do that, there's even more value because we're being seen, we are being heard, and we are being loved, even as we are expressing maybe difficult emotions and challenges that we are working through. And having this union of being able to share in a safe, supportive place is one huge benefit within verbal processing. But the second thing is that as we are expressing these challenges that we're coming across, these emotions, these thoughts, that person can reflect what we are saying to them and again allow us to see the value in what we're experiencing, allow us to also see what we want to let go of and what is no longer serving us, allowing us to see the fears that are making us hold on to whatever this challenge is in the first place. And this allows us, again, just like a digestive process, to let go of all the shit that we don't need, the literal shit that we don't need, and let go of it and take the nutrients out of whatever those challenges are. These are 2 ways to verbally process, and maybe you can even get creative with other ways to verbally process. Maybe verbal journaling, where you just speak into recorder, whatever the case may be. You can get creative with that. The second piece here is written processing, which is similar to verbal processing. It's just journaling. It's allowing us to get out these experiences onto paper, put this energy outside of ourselves, write it down. And again, we are including a new sense of sight, being able to write it down and then reflect it back to us, to see what we've written. And again, being able to take out the gold nuggets within these experiences that we have and let go of the shit that's not serving us within that experience. Seeing where the fears are, seeing where our weaknesses are, where our strengths are within that experience, so that we're taking the nutrients and letting go of the rest. You can do journal prompts. You can do just like throwing up on the paper where you are just writing free flow, however it's coming up in your mind. Or you can look up journal prompts online. And when you look up journal prompts, they can ask you stimulating questions to really invigorate the different ways of thinking about and writing out the way that this challenge is coming up for you. The third way of processing is physical processing. For me, physical processing has a lot more to do with the emotion aspect of these experiences, because emotion is energy in motion, which allows us to physically just get this stuff out of us. I love to combine these things, so I'll journal and then I'll dance. And this allows me to just move the energy around, allow me to clear that energy so I could be in my core self and express my core self through that dancing and move the energy and let go of it. Another way that you can do this is if you are working through anger and challenges, physically punching a punching bag, punching your pillow, throwing what looks like an adult temper tantrum, like kids do, right? When kids are angry or frustrated or upset, they throw a temper tantrum, and if you let them, they will just be relaxed as a result right after that, and they'll feel much clearer because that is a way of purging the emotions that are holding us back from showing up the way that we want to, instead of holding on to them. So physical processing is just letting go of the emotions in some type of physical way. Exercise, getting the energy out through exercise. Yoga, getting the energy out through yoga. Dancing, temper tantrum, whatever it is that you want to do. And the fourth one is mental processing. Mental processing is exactly what it sounds like, thinking. Being able to sit in a safe place and think through what it is that's coming up for you. Being able to be in the safe place and be able to look at the thoughts objectively so that we're not getting identified and caught up in it. We could stay equanimous, look at it, and process it. And this is one tool that I really enjoy doing in the shower. Being able to think through the experiences I had in my day, and then the water just, it not only showers off the dirt and grime on my body, it showers off the energy that I don't want to take into my night's sleep. Mental processing is just thinking through whatever the challenges were in a strategic type of way. Being able to just sit there with our emotions, with our thoughts, feel them, and work through them in our mind. Again, just like journaling, you could have certain questions that you're reading and you're answering within your head that can help us work through and digest whatever the challenge was for you. That is so helpful for me. Again, I love doing it in the shower. It's a soothing place to do it. It's a comfortable place to do it. I feel safe. The door's shut. No one's bothering me. It's private. It's beautiful. I think most people do this without recognizing that they're doing it. It's just processing while they are showering or walking or in the car even. Just thinking about the things that are going on within our day. And these are the ways that I process. This processing allows me to be clearer in all other aspects of life because, again, I'm taking these leeches off, these little energy suckers, these blood suckers. I feel lighter as a result. I'm more present in my relationships. I'm more present in the work that I'm doing. I'm more present in the videos that I'm creating. And this allows me to be more powerful. It allows me to be more peaceful, more fulfilled because there's less energy blockers that are not allowing me to experience the world the way that I want to and express to the world the way that I want to. And I'm sure you could think of other benefits too of how this can positively benefit your life. Wow. I just verbally processed right now. Anyway, if this was valuable to you, or if you had some thoughts come up for you, let's have a conversation about it. As always, drop a comment down below. Which piece of processing really stood out to you the most? Maybe you want to talk about and ask questions about another form of processing. We could talk about these things together. Outside of that, I want to invite you to my Sunday morning meditations. I'm having them every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern. Meditation in itself is not processing, but there is a community open sharing place where you get to express yourself with a safe space and process a little bit. That's really nice. Every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, New York Eastern Time, and this is a beautiful place to process and meditate. Lastly, I'm doing one-on-one coaching now, so if you want to take some of these things that we're learning, some of these things that we are doing in individual videos and piecing them together in a very personalized way. I would love to do that with you because I wanted to do coaching for a very long time, and now I am finally really dropping into it and becoming much better at it through the course that I'm doing, known as IPEC. Otherwise, I'm looking forward to seeing you in the comments down below on my Instagram or just in the next video. I love you. Much love. We are learning, we are growing, and we are evolving one step at a time, daily, together. Much, much love.